Pitcher, Chan-ho Park.
LA 다저스의 박찬호가 미국 프로야구 메이저리그에서 첫 승을 거뒀습니다.
Pitch is a brief one. The payoff. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3.
박찬호 선수가 오늘은 플로리다 말린스와의 홈 경기에서 선발로 나서 또다시 승리 투수가 됐습니다.
0 runs, 1 hit, 6 Ks, 5 innings, and Tommy.
Coincidence? Dave Hansen says no and throws the ball away. Mark Grace will come in to score. Into this. 1-0 Cubs in the sixth. Park Chan-ho against Scott Service. 2 men on. Not anymore. You don't run on Raul Mondesi except when you're safe.
Mondesi, not as well. Jeff Branson single to right. Mondesi known for that arm, but you cannot throw it unless you pick it up. Pick it up. Eddie Taubensee comes around. Red Bowden stroke of genius. Right back up the middle. Hal Morris comes around.
Rusty Baker, ex-Dodger, top of the sixth. Marvin Bernard against Park Chan-ho. Scoreless. 1-0 on Bernard's second homer.
Rodriguez on second, Chan-ho Park. Pitching to Segui, and no one's going to get this one either. Rodriguez is rounding third. Here's the throw by Mondesi. Not in time. The Expos come back.
Already clinched the playoff spot. Today's game will decide who wins the West and takes on the Cardinals, and who is the wild card and will stay home to begin a series with a World Series champion. He's the only LA pitcher other than the 5 starters. And will just give me either one of these guys. And highlights from today's football nucleus created with the help to break a scoreless. He's pitched in a lot of important ball games, and this was important for him. I talked to him before the game today. He said it's very important for him because he has struggled a little bit down the stretch. He wants to get back on top of his game, and where his strength is. And there you see his numbers. And very good hit to innings pitch ratio. Good strikeout. He's done everything well. Fifth pitcher of the day for the Dodgers is right-hander Chan-ho Park, who comes out here to work the top of the 10th inning. Each team with a couple of good scoring opportunities. Neither team has been able to push across the one run that would win them the National League West.
And now catching for the Dodgers, number 15, Tom
More
Prince.
changes for the Dodgers as well. Tom Prince
Now pitching,
is in to catch for L.A. Mike
61,
Piazza's day is done.
Chan-ho
And out in center field, Chad Curtis will take over for Wayne Kirby. Leading it off for San Diego is Jody Reed. 0 for 2 with a walk in this game, and Park starts him with a strike. And Chan-ho Park is one of those hard throwers out of the Dodger bullpen. Breaking ball misses 1-1. And another 2-1. Ground ball hit just foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
In the Dodger order, Chad Curtis goes in the leadoff spot where Kirby was. Chan-Ho Park into the number 3 spot where Piazza was. And Tom Prince, the catcher, is down to the 9 spot. Park is the only LA pitcher other than the 5 starters to start a game this year for LA as he gets Reed 1 down. There have been only 6 starters for the Dodgers all season, which today is incredible.
And he comes back with that, looks like a changeup, but it's on the inside corner. It wasn't his good fastball. And it's strike 3.
Park now to deal with Ricky Henderson, getting his first at bat of the afternoon. Came on in a double switch back in the 8th inning and is now hitting in the number 9 spot. Ricky's been to the playoffs before. He might have a thing or two to help some of the younger Padres with in the postseason.
I'm not so sure he's not going to start a few games. I think what Bochy is doing is going with matchups, and if he figures that they're going to need some speed, some stolen bases, to manufacture some runs, he may go with Ricky instead of Greg Vaughn.
One ball, 1 strike. The baseball's all-time stolen base leader. Padres with a renewed sense of attracting fans this year. The team playing better, but they've really gone out in the community. They've gone down to Mexico and tried to attract fans across the border. Having stars like Caminiti certainly doesn't hurt your cause, but they've been much more aggressive. The players have been out of the schools and the malls more than just about any other team. One night after a game, unannounced, every Padre, Gwynn, Caminiti, the rest of them, they were at the turnstiles as the fans left the park just to thank them for coming and to tell them, hey, we hope we see you again soon. Really doing some things that don't come easily to a lot of athletes in the 90s.
Well, that's what you call trying to be fan-friendly, and I think it's a great idea to have the players mingle more with the fans, where the fans get a chance to see that they are nice people.
Ground ball hit weakly on the left side for the shortstop Gagne. He gets Henderson by a step. 2 down.
Good fastball there from Chan-Ho Park. Got it on the inside part of the plate. Jammed Ricky.
Number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Following us, NFL primetime as soon as this game is over. And if this game extends, we will keep you up to date on everything that's going on as we'll visit with the gang from primetime, find out about the big stories in the NFL today. Still going in the 10th inning. Tony Gwynn is up there. No score. Gwynn is 0 for 3 with a walk. He might get those necessary plate appearances. He's already got 4 of the 9.
Yeah, this will be 5.
Would sit better with you if he had an 0 for 8 with a walk today?
Yes, it would. I'd feel better about it.
You'd be here a while.
Yeah, but that's okay. I feel better about him qualifying that way rather than giving him some at-bats.
Ground ball and another play, backhanded by Gagne. He gets Gwynn. Park has a 1-2-3-10. Gwynn now 0 for 4. Mondesi will lead it off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 10th. Thank you. As you can see, no runs, just 4 hits for each team, heading to the 11th with the NL West title on the line. Chan-Ho Park pitching for Los Angeles, the 5th pitcher of the day for the Dodgers. And Steve Finley leading it off for the Padres.
Well, we've talked about how, the Dodgers are asked whether the Dodgers or the Padres would prefer to play St. Louis or Atlanta. I think those 2 teams are sitting there saying, well, just give me either one of these guys. They can't score any runs.
Finley tries to change that. A leadoff base hit here in the 11th with Caminiti coming up. Juan Castro has come to play third base after Cedeno pinch ran for Wallach. And here comes the probable MVP in the National League this year.
I can just hear Chris Berman back there in the studio saying Juan Fidel Castro.
Friday night, Caminiti tied a game with a home run, and then in extra innings, got the go-ahead double to win it.
There are shadows starting to cross home plate, but I don't think they're of any consequence at this point because you still have to see the ball out in front. You can't see it that close to the plate anyway.
The 0-1 from Park is high, a ball and a strike. Home runs and 130 RBIs. Finley the base runner at first, nobody out. Caminiti, ground ball. And threw into right field, a base hit. Finley is heading for third. The throw from Mondesi, not in time. He made it close. But the Padres have runners on the corners with nobody out. And Caminiti has done it again.
Well, I tell you what, Mondesi is amazing. Not so much just with his arm, but the accuracy and the way that he charges the ball. Good job by Caminiti. He knows that there's a big hole on the right side, and he finds that hole. Doesn't hit it that sharply. The Shields makes a dive, can't come up. But look at Mondesi. He's charging. Doesn't take any time to get rid of it, and right on the money. I mean, that is just, you don't do it any better than that. Charges, one hop. Well, he does pat his glove, but one hop, pro hop, and you let it go right on the money. I mean, that's perfection there.
He's already thrown out a one-runner today, getting Doug DeCenzo at the plate. This time, Finley scoots around to third just ahead of his throw on the base hit by Caminiti. And Chris Gwynn will come up here as a pinch hitter in the pitcher's spot for Dario Veras, Tony's brother, his 53rd pinch hit at bat of the season. And wouldn't the two Gwynns love to celebrate a division title, as we remind you that NFL Primetime follows this game. We'll be going there to Chris Berman between innings for highlights. Tony Gwynn won yesterday's game. If Chris Gwynn could win today's, what a celebration for the Gwynn family.
And the Dodgers are playing the infield all the way in. They're definitely taking a shot at Finley at home plate. You can see they're all the way in. They're not halfway. They're all the way in.
Driven to right center. That's in the gap. Finley will score easily. Caminiti is getting the wave. Gagne's throw to the plate is cut, and it's a two-run double for Chris Gwynn, and the Padres have jumped on top 2-0.
Well, Canaho Park looked like he threw a changeup to Gwynn, and he waited on it and drilled it in the right center field. And you can see the celebration that the Padres are having right now in their dugout.
First baseman.
Had an interesting conversation with Chris before the ball game. He said they've really been getting on him in San Diego because he has not been producing in these kind of situations. And that is not Canaho Park's best fastball, but he drilled it into the gap. And by the time Curtis gets it back in, you see Caminiti crossing the plate after Finley. And the Padres have a 2-0 lead.
The batter is Joyner. Still nobody out. Gwynn at second. Remember, the Gwynns are from Southern California. Tony said that even after the big hit to win yesterday's game, they didn't do a lot of celebrating. They just went and visited with their mom and hung out a little bit. And to have one Gwynn win yesterday's game and the other potentially winning today's game, which would be the division clincher, there might be a little bit of celebrating, I would think, at the Gwynn household.
I don't think there's any doubt that you celebrate this. This is to be 3 down and come in to the Dodgers home park and possibly sweep them. Of course, this ball game is far from over, but it would be quite an accomplishment, and as you mentioned, would propel the Padres into the playoffs, whereas the Dodgers would be kind of going backwards into the playoffs. This would be their 4th consecutive loss.
If San Diego goes on to win, they win the West and take on the St. Louis Cardinals, beginning with 2 in St. Louis. First game is Tuesday. And the Dodgers, if they lose, would be the wild card and would play Atlanta beginning by hosting them for Game 1 on Wednesday. High pitch to Joyner, 2-2. And the Padres have now got their stopper up, Trevor Hoffman. We'll be sending you to Chris Berman at NFL Prime Time between the top and bottom half of the 11th for highlights from today's football action. They'll have to complete the strikeout down to first, and Joyner is retired for the first out of the 11th. These Padres look like they're going to take on the Dodgers if this lead holds up. Also Game 2 for the Indians, Orioles, and the Yankees, Rangers. Wall-to-wall baseball for the next while. Here's Chris Gomez. Breaking ball strike, 1-1.
And the other thing that works in the Padres' advantage now is that those shadows are becoming a factor. They've moved farther out in front of home plate so that you are seeing the ball from the light into the shadows right there. You can see that. That makes it a lot more difficult to pick up the pitches. And since the Dodgers are trailing 2-0, Trevor Hoffman throwing as hard as he does, that will work to his advantage. There's Bruce Bochy, the manager of the Padres.
Check swing foul, and a 2-2 count now on Gomez.
Bruce Bochy and I were teammates with the Astros for a while, and I never actually thought Bruce wanted to be a manager. We never talked about it. I knew Art Howe wanted to be a manager while we were playing together, and both of them have had jobs as managers, and Bruce is about to win maybe his first divisional title.
And what a job, considering how far this team, this organization, has had to come from the fire sale days of just a few years ago. Talked about McGriff and Sheffield and Andy Bennis. And the heart of the team ripped out, but a new nucleus created with the help of some trails. There's strike 3 as Gomez is gone. And this new nucleus led by Caminiti, Finley, Gwynn, and others.
Catcher,
the Padres
number 25,
will head to the bottom of the 11th with a lead, knowing that a win wins the division for them.
Well, the one thing, you can't get inside of players' heads or, think as an announcer, but if you just watch, you have a feeling that this game actually means a little more to the Padres than it does to the Dodgers. The Dodgers won the division last year, and the Padres were at home. Now, for the Padres to win the division, and I think Bruce Bochy put it in perspective at the beginning. He said, I want to fly that flag in San Diego next year, and I think that's important, again, as I said, about position.
Ryan Johnson, the batter, takes outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
And the Dodgers already have a tremendous tradition, not only in L.A., but going back to Brooklyn. And the Padres are still looking to establish a great tradition down in San Diego.
They played 4 games, these two teams, against one another back in San Diego last weekend. Each team won twice. The Dodgers won a couple of blowouts, San Diego 2 close ones, and then 2 more close ones here in Los Angeles this weekend. 5-2 doesn't reflect the game. It went 10 innings. 4-2 yesterday, and now it's 2-0 right now in the 11th. So in the last 10 days, San Diego has won 5 nail-biter games, 5 close games from the Dodgers, and the ability to win close games has got to do you a lot of good heading into the playoffs.
It always helps to know that if it's a tight ball game, you can count on your players to make the defensive play that you have to make, because in tight ball games, it's usually defense that helps you to win. I mean, you'll make plays, and I mean, all you have to do is look back on what Mondesi has done to keep this game close and what Caminiti has done at third base. He's saved a couple of runs, probably.
3-1. Hit in the air to foul ground. Karros over for a look. Might have a play. Reached out and it wasn't there. He obviously felt he was closer to that camera area than he actually was.
Well, I think he felt he was close to the camera area, but also the sun is directly coming from that angle now, and he was looking up into the sun. He has shades on, but you can see how bright his face is. He is looking into the sun. He's just not sure of where he is. And he knows the sun is there, and he lost the ball.
now full. Chris Gwynn with a pinch hit, 2-run double to break a scoreless tie. Here's another one in the air. This one deeper. Mondesi. He's got it. Just crossing the line. Dodgers will come up in the bottom of the 11th, needing 2 to tie, as we send you to Chris Berman for an NFL primetime update.